Montreal Tower, good evening, Air Canada 431, we're holding short 24 left, ready for takeoff.
All right, clear for takeoff, lights are on.
When you get clear for takeoff, you put on the takeoff lights, signaling that all the checks are done. Then when you apply full thrust, you're barreling down the runway, there's that inner smile that always comes when you know you're going flying. My name is Doug Morris, captain on the Airbus 320, flying for Air Canada. I was born in Newfoundland, but grew up in Halifax. I've amassed over 17,000 hours of flying time. That's equivalent from driving from Toronto to Montreal and back again daily for 4 years. What is it with flying? And you know, people ask me that frequently. I don't know, just to get up into the sky, serenity, peacefulness, you just can't beat it. I know that when I apply takeoff thrust, everything is going to be working tickety-boo. And when I get airborne, everything will be working tickety-boo. And when I land, everything will be working tickety-boo. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your Captain Doug Morris speaking. Welcome on Flight 401 en route to Toronto. We're presently level at 30,000 feet, and we'll be approaching to Toronto in about 10 minutes. We thank you very much for flying Air Canada. The passengers? Well, after September 11th, there's the pre-September 11th and after September 11th. Pre-September 11th, it was great. You could have passengers up the flight deck. You could talk to them, and sometimes even if you took a real liking to them and you knew that they were okay, you'd even have them up for the landing. But now the flight deck door is closed. You rarely see them, although our procedure is, and my procedure is, when we deplane, I always stand by the flight deck door and say goodbye and say thank you. And I think they appreciate that, and I certainly appreciate that. A lot of people are very inquisitive. A lot of people have always had the desire to fly. So I thought I would share the wealth of information that I come across and share the wealth of excitement that comes with the job. Bye, Vepna.
Vepna is 1840, Mr. Approach, 3100 set.
Knowledge is power. So when they know why we're getting turbulence and why turbulence is not dangerous and what we can do to alleviate the problem, I think they're going to really appreciate it. There's some really neat stuff to see and there's some really neat stuff to learn.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Doug Morris speaking on behalf of First Officer Randy Mark. Welcome to Flight 431. We're well descending to Toronto Airport this time. We're just showing about 15 miles back. Let's maybe touch down about 10 minutes. That'll be about 10 past 1 o'clock. We're just moving Toronto. Mostly cloudy, temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. Thank you for flying Air Canada.
As we're flying along, we would get the most update weather. And sometimes, yeah, we notice that the visibility is coming down. I don't think passengers realize just how many departments there are behind the scenes, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to get an airline safely airborne. And I think when people realize just what's going on behind closed doors, they would be amazed, and I think they'd be very interested. They would be less intimidated. There would be less fear of flying. It would just be more an enjoyable experience.